Under a heavy, smoke-filled sky, the sudden roar of artillery shatters the early morning calm in eastern Ukraine. A new and fierce Russian assault erupts without warning, opening a fresh front that slices through the heart of the region. Ukrainian soldiers, their faces a canvas of determination mixed with anxiety, scramble to their positions, the ground beneath them trembling with each new explosion. As they prepare to defend their homeland, the intensity of the conflict is palpable, each burst of gunfire echoing their steadfast resolve. Amidst the chaos, the industrially significant region of Donbas becomes the new battleground, challenging Ukrainian forces to adapt quickly to the escalating violence as they await the slow trickle of Western aid. Despite being stretched thin across a vast front line and facing dwindling resources, the resolve of the Ukrainian defenders remains unbroken. Their courage stands as a defiant testament to their unyielding spirit, a clear message that they will stand firm, no matter the odds. In a small sunlit kitchen in Kyiv, young Alexander, merely 20 years old, sits at an old wooden table across from his parents. The room is filled with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the faint sound of his mother's favorite radio station playing in the background. As he gently clasps his mother's weathered hands, his father's stoic gaze meets his own, filled with unspoken pride and worry. "I must go, it's my duty," Alexander says softly, his voice barely above a whisper, yet firm with resolve. His mother nods, tears welling up in her eyes, understanding the weight of his words but dreading the uncertainty they carry. As he stands to leave, his younger sister rushes in, her steps hurried, her expression a mixture of admiration and fear. She embraces him tightly, whispering, "Be brave, Sasha, come back to us." Alexander smiles reassuringly, though his heart races with a cocktail of fear and courage. He steps outside, the door closing behind him with a definitive thud, symbolizing the temporary goodbye that feels like an eternity. Walking through the quiet streets of Kiev, Alexander's thoughts drift to the comrades he's about to join on the front lines, the battles ahead, and the possibility of not returning. Each step is heavy with the weight of his commitment to defend his country, his family, and his future. As he boards the military transport, he takes one last look back at his city, peaceful for now but shadowed by the looming threat of war. The engine roars to life, and as the vehicle pulls away, Alexander's resolve hardens. In his heart he carries the love of his family, the hopes of his people, and a fervent desire for peace. But for now, war awaits. In the harsh landscape of Avdiivka, Ukrainian troops faced not only a formidable enemy but also dire shortages of ammunition, food, and medical supplies. Exhaustion was palpable among the soldiers, each day a grueling test of endurance and resolve. Yet, in a defining moment amidst these severe conditions, they repelled a major Russian mechanized assault. Despite their fatigue and the overwhelming odds, they managed to destroy multiple enemy tanks and armored vehicles. Act of defiance underlines the stark reality of war, immense sacrifices, and the enduring spirit of those defending their homeland. The battle, while a tactical victory, leaves a poignant reminder of the high cost of conflict and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. In the heart of Donbas, amidst the echoing sounds of artillery, lives the Kovalev family, a microcosm of the region's enduring turmoil. Each day, Anna Kovalev and her 2 children wake to the uncertainty of survival, their home rattling from nearby bombings. Once a peaceful neighborhood, their street is now a patchwork of shattered windows and cratered gardens. As we follow a day in their life, the camera captures the children, Misha and Yulia, attempting to continue their schooling at home. They flinch with every distant boom, pencils pausing over worn notebooks. The family huddles together during particularly close strikes, their basement offering scant protection against the fears that the next bomb might not fall so far away. Outside, Anna's husband Sergei risks a trip to a dwindling market. The shelves are sparsely stocked, reflecting the disrupted supply lines that once brought food and necessities. Sergei exchanges a few words with neighbors, their faces drawn and weary, sharing news of which areas to avoid and where to find medical aid. Despite the despair, there's a resilient thread woven through the Kovalev family's daily struggle. Anna teaches her children not just academics, but also lessons of hope and resilience. "We are more than this war," she tells them, her voice a steady beacon amidst the chaos. This scene not only paints a picture of the physical destruction, but also delves deep into the emotional and psychological toll on the civilians caught in the crossfire. Their plight, marked by both fear and fortitude, encapsulates the broader human story unfolding in eastern Ukraine. As the camera pans over disorganized Russian troops, their weariness palpable, intercepted radio communications crackle through, revealing low and resistance to orders. "We can't keep going like this," one voice says, desperation evident. The visual shifts to footage of injured soldiers being hastily reassigned to active duty, their uncertainty and reluctance clear. Text on screen explains the Russian Ministry of Defense's controversial decision to send even disabled soldiers back to the front line, underscoring severe troop shortages. Further visuals expose the drafting of civilians and prisoners, a testament to the dire straits of the Russian military apparatus. A critical voiceover analyzes these practices. Such desperate measures expose an unsustainable military strategy, risking long-term consequences for Russia's operational integrity and morale. The section closes with a somber note on the potential fallout of continuing such practices, questioning the viability of Russia's military engagements. As convoys of Western aid roll into Ukraine, marking a significant escalation in support, the scene shifts to intense strategic discussions among NATO allies. This surge of assistance is critical, illustrated by scenes of Ukrainian being rigorously trained and equipped with advanced weaponry. The commitment of these nations not only fortifies Ukraine's defense, but also reinforces the stability of the entire region. This collective action sends a powerful message of international solidarity, fostering hope for a future rooted in peace and mutual support. In summary, the opening of a new front by Russia in eastern Ukraine represents a strategic escalation that has significant implications for both the immediate and long-term landscape of the conflict. Ukrainian forces, despite facing resource shortages, continue to demonstrate formidable resilience, while Russian tactics reveal a military stretched to its limits. As we weave through this narrative, let's reflect on a montage of historical and current conflicts. Watch as the parallels between past wars and today's strife unfold, each shaping the contours of global geopolitics in profound ways. The outcome of this conflict could very well dictate international alignments and strategies for decades to come. This pivotal moment in history calls for heightened global awareness and decisive action. As we stand at the crossroads of potential futures, the world must come together, informed and engaged, to influence the course of history.